What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am, and if you are, be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. You'll be abducted by aliens and taken to their planet. Well, they will use you in a zoo, and trust me, that's pretty awkward to have people staring at you while you poop. Real talk, though, guys. Today I'm going to be telling you guys the story time of I watched an old drunk man on a golf course total his golf cart and then start begging me not to tell his wife, even though I didn't know who his wife was. I don't know, it's pretty funny, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
It's okay, it's not good. Nice rack in her ass Brazilian. Just turned 21, but my bank's a million. Swear I'm a little drunk, but it's a hell of a...
Alright guys, what's going on? So about a week ago, I actually went on vacation. I scheduled all my videos ahead of time, that way you guys wouldn't miss out on any content, but I was feeling really burnt out and I needed a break, and me and my friends went down to San Diego. I went with my friends Big Bacon Bumpkin, and we had never played golf before. Like, we had all been to Top Golf and whatnot, but none of us had actually ever played golf before, and we thought it would be funny to like try to play golf while we were in San Diego, so we all went ahead and we were like, all right, let's go play golf. So we got on Yelp and we found the best golf course in the area, and we went and we rented clubs for the day. We got a golf cart and we were like, all right, let's get to some gaming out here, some real outdoor Tiger Woods simulator without the simulator part. I'm gonna be honest, I really suck at golf, okay? The only thing I'd ever really done before, I'd play golf a couple times maybe when I was like 3 or 4, but I'd never like actually played. I didn't remember it. My dad would just take me when him and my grandpa would play, so like it doesn't really count. But the only thing I'd ever done is go to Top Golf, and Top Golf is fun, but trust me, it is nothing like real golf. That's probably obvious to everyone who actually plays golf, but God, I was awful. We were all just terrible at it. So we're just goofing off, having a great time, being pretty bad at golf, but having fun along the way. And the group in front of us was this group of old men that very obviously was very into golf. And I'm not going to sit here and make fun of them for taking golf seriously, because look, if I was retired all the time and, you know, the only time I ever felt like I was still alive was when I was playing golf, I would take it pretty seriously too. But they were like yelling at each other and whatnot. And they were also mixing drinking with golf, which I know is usually pretty solid, and a lot of people do that, and, you know, I didn't personally, but I know a lot of people do that. But there is a certain point where, like, you start to get sloppy when you're drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're no longer at the fun buzz point where you're just feeling a little bit loose and still enjoying golf. Like, these guys were getting to the point where they were almost throwing fist fights over what order they wanted to tee off in, even though that's, like, predetermined anyways. Like, they were getting very, very sloppy, and there were 2 different golf carts. There were one driven by this old dude with like a handlebar looking mustache. You know the guy from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the dad from that? He kind of looked like that. There was one driven like that, and there was another one driven by like a Steve Harvey looking guy. So those 2 guys were chilling, and they were both driving the golf carts, and the Steve Harvey guy was very chill. He was not as sloppy as the other guy, but the other guy kept trying to like race him, and when they were going from hole to hole, they were like bumping into each other and whatnot. And I wasn't paying attention in a tattletale way, but we were just kind of paying attention because we suck at golf, and watching a bunch of old men like try to fast and furious each other off the roads in their golf carts because their wives aren't there is pretty funny. And the Steve Harvey guy was not having any of it, so every time the guy would do anything, he would like yell at him, and it was just pretty funny to watch. So the other guy with the handlebar mustache, Cloudy with the Chance of Meatball Man, starts to get really mad, and he starts to be like, oh, I'll race you to the next hole, I'll do this, I'll do that, I know how to drive a golf cart off roads, da 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 da. And the Steve Harvey guy is like, okay, dude, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody really cares. Look, like, if we're out here playing golf, I don't want to hear about how good you are at driving a golf cart in sand. Like, that's cool and whatnot, but that isn't why I'm here, bro. Like, that's really cool. That's the guy who, you know, you're out to eat with your friends and like you order a steak and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I drive a manual because I'm just the best driver in the world. It's like, yeah, dude, we get it. Driving a manual is harder, but there's a time and place to flex about it. And even then, what are you doing? Bragging about your golf cart driving skills? Like, yeah, I can drive this thing really well that I can't even drive on the road if I wanted to. Anyways, he starts like yelling at the Steve Harvey guy and he's like, watch this. And he gets everybody out of the cart but himself. And he starts going really, really fast towards this hill over like a sand bunker thing. If you've ever been on a golf course, they're the sand traps. So he starts going really, really fast in this golf cart towards this like little hill before the sand bunker. And we're like, what is he doing? And I think in his head, he thought he was going to Dukes of Hazzard it and like jump this golf cart and it was going to be super sick and everyone was going to be really impressed. But what really happens is he like hit the lip of the jump. The golf cart goes up into the air at like 0 G's for a second, dude. He was probably sitting there feeling his tummy come up into his gut, just like, whoa, no. You know that feeling when it's just, oh, crap. And then it just slams down. And when it slams down, it like flips. And as it's flipping, the cages on the golf carts aren't very strong. So it like bends it and rips the top off and it rolls it completely over and then it's like goes back down sideways. So he's back up on top. So he climbs out of the golf cart and me and the boys go down there just to make sure everyone's okay. His group and the other golf cart guy are like, oh my God, are you okay? And we get up there and he's like stumbling back towards everybody and everyone's like, yo, dude, it's okay, it's okay. And he looks at me for some reason as I pull up on the golf cart and he goes, don't tell my wife. And I'm like, are you okay? And he looks at me again, he's like, don't tell my wife. And I'm like, okay, dude, I won't tell your wife. Are you okay? Like, do you need medical attention, you know? Because homie really just jumped a golf cart and crashed, rolled it, and then gets up and is like, don't tell my wife. So he's like, yeah, I'm okay, but just, are you going to tell my wife? And I'm like, dude, I don't know your wife. I'm not going to tell your wife. And he's like, all right, so you're not going to tell my wife. I'm like, no, I'm not going to tell your wife. And he's like, oh my God, good. And then his friends kind of come up and they're like, oh my God, are you okay? What are you doing? Like, oh my God, everyone's freaking out. Everyone's mad at him because, you know, they're definitely about to get kicked off the golf course. Let's be honest. If you were a golf course owner and there was a bunch of drunk old men out there and one of them had just totaled one of the golf carts, like ripped the roll cage off of it, trying to flex and like race the other golf carts, yeah, you're probably kicking them out of there. Like, that's a situation where you can't even be mad if they kick you out, you know? It's not a ridiculous reason. That one's just a pretty logical one. Anyways, as his friends are pulling up, he's like ignoring his friends and he looks at me again and he's like, do you swear you're not gonna tell my wife? And I'm like, dude, I don't know your wife. I don't know why he kept asking me if I was gonna tell his wife, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. A, no, I'm not a snitch, and B, I don't know your wife. Like, maybe he thought I was the pool boy that she's been cheating on him with all weekend, you know? Like, I don't really know what his thoughts must have been, but I did not know who his wife was, and he kept being like, don't tell my wife. And so everybody is kind of like, just sit down and wait, you know, we're gonna call the ambulance, because it was an older man. Like, it was Cloudy with the Chance of Meatball's dad, but retired mode, you know? The guy in the thumbnail looks pretty smack like this dude. So he's kind of like sitting there, and he's wearing all these golf clothes, and everybody's kind of just like standing around talking, and his friends are kind of like, where did you guys come from? And so we have to awkwardly explain that we've been people watching them all day, just kind of watching this guy go crazy, and when he crashed, we just wanted to make sure that everyone was okay. And then they obviously were not too happy with the fact that our entertainment for the day wasn't golf, but it was just watching them be dumb, because, you know, they could tell pretty quickly that we were like just watching them for the wrong reasons. You know, we weren't watching them because they were exceptional at golf, so they kind of got mad about that. So we all decided that, you know, maybe it was time to cut our golf adventure a little bit short, so we did leave before the paramedics ended up getting there. But yeah, part of my vacation in San Diego was watching an old man just absolutely total his golf cart, and then the first thing he was concerned about was me not telling his wife, dude. That just makes me wonder, like, what does his wife know? Like, come on, if you're the type of dude to get that shaboodled and crash a golf cart that hard and total it and then immediately know that your wife's gonna be pissed, that means it's probably not the first time you've ever done this, you know? Because, like, most people would be like, oh my God, I'm so glad to be okay. It seemed like this dude low-key had experience with this, you know? Like, if his wife found out, she was gonna say, Daniel, another golf cart? Are you kidding me? You're gonna get us kicked out of the retirement community if you keep doing this. Like, low-key, what if this was the 8th time he's done that? Every time he goes golfing, he finds a way to crash a golf cart. Last time it was into the lake because he thought he saw an alligator, even though it's in California. You know, this time it was because he was trying to show off to Steve Harvey. Whatever it is, dude, it's just a weird situation. I don't know why he picked me, too, because, like, I'm not gonna tell your wife, bro. Even if she was right there, if she was like, did that just happen? I would probably deny it, because I'm not trying to get involved in your wife being mad at you, bro. That's the last thing I want. Karens don't like me enough already. I don't want to give them more ammunition to get pressed about my existence. That's the way the ball bounces, though. Honestly, that's the life I'm trying to live. I'm trying to get old and rich, and that way I can just go play golf and crash golf carts all day. I'm kidding. Obviously, drive safe, drive responsibly. The getting schmacked and driving in general is a really, really terrible idea, and you just shouldn't do it, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to end up with you totaling a golf court and crashing it into the sand bunker, and then begging the 21-year-old kid to not tell your wife. Sorry for that noise. Caleb is trying to crawl up on the desk. I'm sorry. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. Subscribe and turn on notifications. If you've made it this far into the video, I'm going to have to ask you to comment the word golf cart down below, just because it helps the video do better. It lets me know if you guys are getting to the end of the video, and I would just appreciate it if you don't mind. If you would, please oblige. Other than that, guys, be sure to not get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure that they're hot. And check out the OG Sub Club merch. It's pretty sick. It's going to be going away when the main channel hits 2 million subs, which actually is approaching again very, very slowly. But it will happen, you know, maybe in 2023, but it will happen. And yeah, other than that, as I've said, Twitter at Scrubby_69, Instagram at Scrubby, and follow me on TikTok at Scrubby Stories, just because I've been posting stuff on there, and you guys should check it out. And that's everything I got to plug. Thank you for everything. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.